Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I want to talk to you guys about how grounding lowers your stress levels and reduces anxiety. So guys, what is grounding? Grounding is the practice of putting your bare feet or your hands into the dirt, into the grass for however long you please. So people would look at me and say, what the hell does that do? Is there any benefit to that? Why would I go out and put my bare feet in the grass or touch a tree or touch some mulch with my hands? What is that going to do for me, right? I look crazy. Well, there's many benefits, but today I really want to talk about like the inflammation, how it reduces inflammation, and also how it reduces stress and improves your energy and your mental clarity. So grounding is something we all need. We all need it in the modern world. We have way too many electronics. We have PlayStations, computers, Xbox, iPhones, Wi-Fi. We're just in almost like in an electrical cage, right? Sort of, so to speak. And we need to find ways to deal with it, because little do people know, but all of the technology that we surround ourselves with emit electromagnetic frequencies, and when those electromagnetic frequencies get trapped in our cells, which they do when we're exposed to them, they cause inflammation and they lead to higher stress levels, right? And once you start grounding, and then let's say you start grounding, right, and then you go 2 or 3 weeks not grounding, you'll notice the difference. You'll be like, wow, I feel inflamed, I feel heavy, I feel sad, I feel down, I feel like I'm tense, like I don't have clarity, right? And then when you ground again, it's almost like a burden has released from you, right? So grounding has a very stabilizing effect on our emotions, on our health, on our energy levels, because when we ground, right, the earth has a very antioxidant effect on our bodies, right? I don't know what hertz the earth, I think it's 42 hertz that the earth, the vibration of the earth, I think it's 42 hertz. Don't quote me on that. But what I can say is that 20, 30, 40 minutes of just going outside and putting your feet in the dirt, you know, I like to couple it with sunlight and stretching, but for some of you guys who live in, you know, different parts of the country who may, you know, you may experience a lot of snow or cold weather, that might not be practical, but the earth has a very neutralizing effect on our bodies. So if you're struggling, like guys, most of you guys have full-time jobs, or you're in school, and like I said, all work, school, family, everything can be stressful, right? And then, you know, you add on the electromagnetic frequencies, you add on financial stress, you add relationship stress, you add all of these things. And what do most people do when they have stress or inflammation? They just go to different addictions, right? They watch porn, they smoke weed, they drink, they vape, they eat junk food, right? So instead of resorting to those unhealthy habits, why not go and ground for 20 or 30 minutes, right? You'll feel better anyways, right? Because obviously going to watch some porn or going to smoke some weed or going to drink isn't gonna do anything but make your situation worse. So we all deal with stress, especially, you know, the population or the people that live in major cities, right? There's a lot of toxins, and you're inside all day, you're dealing with a lot of people, and it can be a very hectic, stressful environment. So you have to find a way to reduce your inflammation, reduce your stress, release all of the tension in your body, because stress, cortisol, what cortisol does is it increases inflammation. So the more stress you have, the more you're gonna feel like your body's tense, you're gonna feel more stagnation, you're gonna feel more like your mind can't think clearly, you're gonna feel like you're just in a state of like, you're frustrated, you're tense, you're stressed, and you're fatigued all at the same time. I don't know how to explain it, but I'm sure you guys can kind of wrap your head around what I'm talking about. So for me, for example, like I have 2 days off. I work 5 days a week. On my days off, you know, if it's not pouring rain, because it does rain here in the summer, I'm in Florida. I'll go outside as soon as I wake up, or maybe an hour or so after I wake up, and I'll get 30 minutes of sunlight, and I'll get 30 minutes of grounding. And that sets me off for the day like nothing else. Like I'm just ready to go. I'm ready to go crush a workout. Maybe I'll make some breakfast. I'll listen to an audiobook, and then I'll hit the gym. Maybe I'll come back, do a little bit more grounding. Maybe do some more studying or whatever, create a video, and then but the main thing I'm trying to kind of convey here is that we need, as humans, we have forgotten that there's other ways to solve our stress problems, our health problems, than to just keep numbing ourselves, right? Because that's what most people do, right? They look for the easy way out. How can I alleviate the stress? Let me go vape. Let me go smoke some weed, right? Because like I said, I know this is the truth because I work with people that are stressed just like me, but instead of going to learn how to ground or how to exercise or do something, they'll just light up a cigarette or go smoke some weed or go drink when they get off work, right? So, and also, the customers I deal with. So I see it all around. Like we as a human, as a humanity, as a world population are doing a very poor job of dealing with our stress levels in a natural way. You want to deal with your problems, guys, in the most natural way possible, whether that's financial, whether that's relationship, whether that's stress, whether that's whatever. You want to find the ways that are the most healthy ways to deal with it, right? So anyways, going back on topic, inflammation, guys, is the reason you feel tense. It's the reason you get tired. It's inflammation. If you guys do the research, that is what leads to chronic diseases like cardiovascular disease, heart problems, right? Obesity, right? Inflammation is the cause of all of that. So when we don't find ways to reduce inflammation and deal with, the consequences of it, then that's when we get sick. That's when we get tired. That's when we get fatigued, right? So it's very important that you understand what grounding is and how to incorporate it. So if you live, like I said, it's going to be very difficult if you live in a colder climate. I mean, I did it when I lived in New England. I was able to somehow finagle my way outside in 30-degree weather. But for some of you guys who are, a little less, I don't know, I didn't care what people thought of me. I'll tell you something funny. I remember one time, I think I've told it in a video before, but when I lived in New England, I had a little area in my front yard where I'd like to go put my chair out and I'd get some sun, get some grounding. And one time my neighbor came out and she was like, "Are you crazy? It's 20 degrees. Go inside, this and that." And I said, "I'm just getting some sunlight." But, nothing happened. She laughed and kind of went inside. But people are going to think you're crazy. But hey, man, you got to take care of your health. One thing I know is that I'm willing to look crazy if it means that I'm sane, if it means that I'm in a state of harmony, if it means my energy's good, right? So you got to figure out a way to incorporate it in your life. If you live in a cold climate and you can't get outside, you can order grounding mats on Amazon. I personally don't have grounding mats because I live in Florida. I'm able to pretty much go out whenever I want. But for you guys who find it difficult or the weather's kind of, it's like 10 degrees in your environment, in your state or whatever country you live in, you might have to go order some grounding mats on Amazon or whatever. But you want to incorporate this because, like I said, we all live stressful lives. And I'm going to be so honest, I really think the reason why we get addicted to porn, cigarettes, alcohol, video games, or any of these easy coping mechanisms that we resort to is due to stress and not knowing how to deal with stress. And here's the thing about stress, guys. No matter how well your life is or how good your life is, you're always going to have stress. Like me, let's say, for example, I get to a point where I can quit my job, I got passive income, I'm good. Well, what happens when I have a family, right? My kids are going to stress me out at times, right? So I have to, no matter how advanced I get, no matter how far I get in life, I'm always going to have stress, and we're all going to have stress. I mean, you can obviously set up your life so you don't have as much stress, but it's still going to be there, right? It's a part of being a human, right? So you want to ground, you want to get in for at least 20 or 30 minutes. You don't have to do it every day. If you can do it every day, that's best, obviously, because we're exposed to, guys, every day. We have our phones in our pockets, our phones in our hands all the time. So we're exposed to 5G and EMFs all the time. So if you can ground every day, go right ahead. But if you can't, I recommend at least once or twice a week for about 30 to 40 minutes, right? And you'll notice if you've never grounded before, I really want you guys to try it. Go out, sit outside for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, get a chair, and you're gonna notice as the time goes, as you're just sitting there observing, you're gonna notice you're gonna start to feel better, and you're like, wait, why am I feeling better right now? I mean, obviously you're in the fresh air, which helps, but it's because you're grounded. You're grounded, your vibration is being harmonized with the vibration of the earth, which is very calm, right? And even if you look at nature from a third eye lens, or you're just going out and you're observing, nature is very calm. Like the birds don't seem stressed, like the animals don't seem stressed, the water is very serene, it's very calm. Nature is very calm, but the way humans have designed society, we make it very hectic because of the way we design societies, which is, like I said, it's not, I'm not saying it's good or bad, I'm just stating what it is. So grounding can be very effective in that way, and I really think it's something that you guys should start to practice, right? Because it will alleviate your stress, it will alleviate a lot of anxiety, it will calm you down, and it will also help your sleep, it'll improve your energy, and then from that place, you can be a more effective human being, right? Whether it's in your job, whether it's in your relationship, in your business, whatever. So give it a try and let me know how it helps. But anyways, that's it. That's all. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe. If you have any questions, comments, leave them down below. And as always, I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.